not be one of them.
Me?
And we are now recording.
Recording.
All and welcome. Keep joining in. Keep telling your people. Welcome to our first episode and night of your Thursday night shift. It's
Oh my
Thursday
God.
night, comma shift.
Delilah. All right, so we really aren't crazy, maybe a little bit, but we were kind of like, I think it just kind of, it's one of our, the group of us Zoom together almost daily. And so we kind of were just like, okay, what's a way that we can work together, work smarter, not harder, and provide kind of a different type of training at a different time than we normally do for our groups and our teams, but then also use like all the different skills that we have, right, amongst all of us, our knowledge. And it kind of took a lot of pressure. I was talking earlier with them and how I felt like it took a lot of pressure off of, you don't always have to like be finding a speaker. You don't have to always know everything. If you've watched us for a while, months back, we did rapid fires, right? And so we figured this could kind of be that same type of thing, but in a more in-depth type of video. So Jill, why don't you go ahead and start us off with
Of who I am?
Yeah.
The who I ams of the seven groups are going to be in this. And I think it's going to gain popularity as we go along. But my name is Jill McCarthy. Most of you guys know me or follow me as Jilly Sue online. I live in Florida. I've been here for 20 years, but I'm originally from Maine. And superstar director. Been with Scentsy since 2009. And I guess our question of the day was, what's one thing that I wish I would have known when I first started? Or what's one thing I wish I would have done? Or as when I first started. And that would probably be to not get attached to changes or personal outcome. Like, fully know that adversity is going to come, changes are going to happen. I'm going to get no's. I'm going to have problem customers, problem team members. I could be a problem. Like, you have to shift your sail and be willing to go with the flow because there's going to be changes and adversity. Your business never runs in a straight line. It never runs in a straight course. There's going to be twists and turns and ups and downs, and all of those things are to teach you a lesson. And when you recognize that, you're not so upset or have a hard time adjusting in your business. Like if you expect adversity to come, if you expect bad things to happen, if you expect life to hit, it doesn't take such a toll on your stress level and your body, and you kind of just adjust, go with the flow, learn to pivot. And I think that just would have made things a lot easier if I didn't get attached to things being so perfect and straight and narrow all the time, because that's just not realistic. So that'd be my one tip or one thing I wish I would have known on day one. Who's next? Jamie?
I love it. I guess I'll go
Jody?
next. Oh,
Jamie,
Hey,
Jody, Jill.
so-
Let's start with the J's.
Jays rule the world. So, hey everyone, I'm Jody Farmer. I am residing in North Carolina, the beautiful state of North Carolina. I've been here like 2 years, I think, almost 2 years. I'm from upstate New York, so that's where the bulk of my business is from. I'm super excited about all of this coming together. Like, this really makes my heart happy. So, excuse me while I catch my breath and think of my thoughts. I'm very excited for all of this. So the question is, what's something I wish I had known when I started? And that's a hard question to answer because I'm 12 years in. Like many of you guys have been here a long time. I'm sure you've learned a lot over the years. I think that it's not like one answer. I'm going to kind of make it sound like one answer, but I wish I had treated my business like a business from the get-go, opened it daily, and set goals within that. So a business cannot run if we don't open the doors. Think of your business as a brick and mortar, and I know it sounds cliche, but you literally have to go to that store every single day, put the key in the door, unlock it, open, turn the sign on, and welcome customers. We have the same type of business methods. Like the strategy is the same. We just don't have to actually turn the key, so to speak. You have to be present, show up, and you have to set goals. I never in my life prior to Scentsy had ever set a goal. I was never taught that. So I didn't understand the relevance and the importance of doing that until way down the line in my Scentsy business, when I finally caught on that, like, hey, these actually are like a blueprint for where I want to go. So if you haven't set goals because you've never you've never been taught, you just don't see the relevance, or you don't think that they really matter. I can personally tell you, I thought the same exact way and I was wrong. So my advice to anybody that's new or that just hasn't gotten to that place in their business is to open daily, set your goals, treat your business like a business so that you can reap the rewards of a business.
I'm next.
Jamie with a J.
Hi, I'm Jamie Pilcher. I am from little small East Texas town called Gilmer. And I'm not just country. It is literally Gilmer, not Gilmore. Don't get it mistaken. I have been doing Scentsy since Halloween of '06. And if there was something that I could go back and tell myself, that's really hard. It would probably be, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things, but most likely it would be which is the thing you hear so many people say, is don't compare what everyone else is doing. Have your eyes opened and be ready to see that everybody can succeed in different ways. I think would probably be the most and there's different seasons of your business. I have 4 kids. They were little, like my youngest at the time was 6 months old when I joined. He's now 14. So we've been through different seasons of family life and Scentsy life. So I think just knowing that there's not one clear cut picture of what it has to look like, I think would be what I would say.
Shining star.
That's Kelly.
Whatever. I'll go with the Heather.
Two.
All right, so I'm Callie Petticord. No, I'm not. I am Callie Smith. I am Callie Smith. That just flows so easy. So I live in Utah. I work my business alongside my mom, Becca Levi. We are a mother-daughter team, and I live in Utah, so just up the road from where Scentsy was started. I have been doing Scentsy full-time since January of 2010. It is as most of these girls, my full-time career. And I would say if I had to know something, my story's a little bit different, but if I could go back even in my journey and how I got to where I'm at today and how I've grown over the years, it would be to don't think you have to know everything to start, right? So if you feel like you can't take a step or an action in your business, don't think it's because you have to know everything around that to make that happen. Always just know that you can say, that is a really great question. Let me find out, or let me figure it out. Or, you know what, I'm not quite sure about that, but I can figure it out. I know where to go. I can ask somebody and kind of go from there. I know that if you're watching this, that you are part of one of these awesome ladies groups or mine. And so I know that you have support or somebody that you could go to get the answer if necessary. So don't wait to know it all to get started. And our 2020 Shining Star.
You guys, I have to stop doing that. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. But come on, okay? We have to stop saying that now.
Not till we're into August or the rest of July.
Not until the next Shining Star. You get a whole year of this Shining Star.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I still can't believe it happened. Okay, I'm Heather Gorsuch, and I joined July 2009. My journey was a little bit different. My husband was Navy, so we moved every 3 years, and this is my 12th direct sales business. This is all I've known. I will tell you, if I could look back, and well, I would say in today's world, 2 things. Can I make it A and B? Don't wait to talk sponsoring, number 1. 2, don't put yourself in a box that you're comfortable. So if all you love to do is basket parties, don't stay in that lane. Switch lanes, try everything. Say yes to everything until you are at capacity and you're like, I have reached where I need to be. I don't think I said no to anything. So when somebody asked about a fundraiser, I said sure. When I asked to do an event and I had no inventory and I just had them order, I said sure. I still don't say no to a lot of things because I'm not where I want to be yet. So I still say yes to everything, and I'm 11 years in. So just make sure what you're saying yes to is getting you closer to your goal and not like stalling you, or you're just in a rowboat with one oar going in a circle. Make sure what you're doing is getting where you need to be, and don't lose track of that. So I would probably tell you to laser focus on what you want and know exactly what you need to get there. And that's sponsoring is your answer. If you don't know, that's bottom line. The answer to everything is sponsoring. Fill in the blank. There you go. I'm done. Y'all have a great night. See you next week.
Whatever. So
I can't with her. I can't.
I mean, sponsoring is the answer to everything. Really.
It is. But it's just the way that you word everything. It just makes it so simple. In case you didn't know the answer, here it is. So, all right, Jilly Sue, take us away, babe.
I don't really know where. Well, I'm going to start. Do we want to go into a few little housekeeping reminders? Like, as far as Callie reminded me of something, if you need supplies, you guys don't forget to add them to your orders. Do whatever you need to do to get the discounted price. If you have started stickering, well, stickers, we know about stickers, but if you need catalogs or testers or all those fun things, make sure that you are ordering them before the end of tomorrow so that you get the discount. I don't know what other housekeeping things. Oh, they just put out a list. I think I posted in my group as far as what's ending tomorrow and then what's continuing on with as things are available. I know that Piper or Paisley or whatever that cute little piggy's name, she just sold out. So that is getting taken off the list. So this is why, like, don't wait. Go check that list and see what's going to be available and get it in your orders. And this is a great time to send out little, like, I'm going to spend all day tomorrow putting a video on my VIP page and sending little videos or voice messages to those customers that want those summer scents in their Scentsy club. So all day tomorrow will be follow-ups with my team and follow-ups with my customers so that we don't get that, I didn't know it was the last day for this and this and this and this. And definitely familiarize yourself with the news tab and all of that stuff. And get your orders in early, because as we all know, with a big catalog change and transition day, it's gonna bog everything down. Everything's gonna be slow, and then they have to update that whole workstation and catalog and all the things the next couple days. So I mean, overnight, whoever else has other stuff.
I was going to tell you, if y'all have a question you want us to open up with each week, we're going to take one question and all of us are going to answer to give our perspective, since that is our theme. If you have a question that you'd like to ask and have all of us answer, just submit it to your SSD and just put Thursday night shift question, just so we know what it is, and we'll be sure to maybe answer yours one week.
Carrie, I see your hand rose. Do you have a question first, or is that just up? Carrie has her hand in the little chat box thing, so I didn't know if she had a question. If you do, you can unmute yourself, or if not, what else am I
was
forgetting?
also going to say, if you have any topics that you would like to see covered on these Thursday night shift trainings, then also submit those as well, so that we can know what you guys specifically are looking for tips, tricks, and training on.
I had no questions. I was just saying hi to everybody, and for some reason, I don't know how to put it back down.
I gotcha.
Thanks.
All right. So tonight is what, Heather, you're going to go, we're going to start with starter kits, or?
Yeah. So our topic tonight, we are starting with starter kits, the different starter kits that we offer, how you can offer them to your potential hostesses, customers, the wording that you use, the resources that are available on the workstation, just everything that covers these three options. That way, you know, when you need to talk about it, you feel confident in what you're saying and what you're delivering. We're going to start with our first starter kit, which is the $99 standard starter kit in the US. If you are unfamiliar with where to locate that, it is in our catalog on page, I haven't looked at the new one yet, here it is, page 61. You can also, let me make sure this is correct. I believe you can just type starter kit in the search on your workstation. I'm going to go make sure, just because I don't want to give you guys the wrong info.
Yes.
Thank you. Under marketing, is that right, Jody?
Just type it in, and when you go into Scentsy Success and not click a specific tab, and
Okay.
it'll take you, but it does not look like starter kit. It says kit contents July, but it will give you all options for kits. The
Love it.
headline is a little deceiving.
All right.
Another place you can get the kits, and actually it's my go-to spot, is you can always go to your personal website, pretend like you're joining just like you would have somebody join, and you can order my kit, and it will show you the content. You can see kind of the differences there. It doesn't show all of them, obviously only shows the ones that are available to sign up on the workstation, but that's kind of my go-to, is for the $99 kit is just going to the workstation or to the personal website.
And you can snag a picture. So if you're looking for an image of the starter kit, I'm sorry to jump on you. That's
No,
what
you're
I
fine.
did today. I made a graphic. I went to my PWS. I right-clicked on the image of the starter kit, and I was able to save it. It's just a faster way to find it.
Yep. And two, just make sure when you're enrolling someone in the $99 kit, this does have the most product and the greatest value, but you cannot use your credit card when enrolling someone to join your team. So make sure that you make sure they use their credit card as payment and not using yours to enroll someone.
I also want to add about the $99 kit is a bunch of us go to a training every year. It's called Mastermind. And this last year, they really spoke on touched on the fact of with any company, it's good to have investment in your business. It's good to have a little skin in the game. You don't want to have too much skin in the game, right? Because that's something where you're joining a company most likely to make money, not to give it all away, right? And so having a little bit of skin in the game, but not where it's completely free. I actually am really against the $15 starter kit. I don't really like when we do those personally. I think the $99 kit is right on point. And if you talk to a lot of seasoned consultants, like Jamie, maybe can even speak to this. When Jamie joined, because I think she's the one that's been around the longest, it was like, what, $250 to join Scentsy? That back. But it was a lot more. And so I think this is really a perfect price point. And one of the things was to always start here and then work your way to the cheaper ones. It's harder to go to a higher price point than it is to start with our highest price point and kit that gets the most bang, most value for your dollar, and go from there.
There is no other way to get the $99 kit other than paying $99 for it. So the supplies and the items you see in this, the only way to get this is paying the $99. Which moves us to another kit, which is called the Host Exclusive. Oh,
hand raised. So I want to say something real quick. Get familiar when they update this or when they change this on our accounts. Like they might change this here in the new catalog, right? That kind of happens with seasons. We don't know if it will or it won't. But familiarize yourself with the full size products that are offered in this kit and other kits, because you can simply say, oh, you're already buying a black, like let's say they really were buying a black satin warmer and they were getting maybe a 3-pack of bars or a 5-pack of bars. They didn't know what that next one was going to be. Well, black raspberry vanilla, if you haven't heard, if you put that in your warmers, it actually cleans the grime out of it. Like people have been seeing that happen, right? So you could upsell them and say, hey, you know what? For just X amount of dollars more, you would get all of this, and you would be able to start your own business, earn money back on your purchases, and all of that stuff that we know that comes with starting your own business, right? So really familiarize yourself with that so that you can kind of have that in your back pocket as another way to recruit, build, and build your business.
That's what I was going to say too. There's a couple questions on this, Angela, about the unemployment card. That's a Scentsy company issue. I don't know anything about that or if they would do that or what they're going to do with that. But the $49 kit, when I started, I was told it was better to get. I wish I would have gotten the $99 one. That's exactly that we're talking about. Is you guys all know there's 98 of you on here, and whoever's watching the replay, that Scentsy is an amazing product. Like it's got amazing products. That's not what it meant to me. It's got amazing stuff. You never have to feel like, oh, I better just get them the $49 kit so that they join. I always say the $99 kit is a better deal. If you have to wait a couple weeks and get that kit, do that. You'll be happier with that kit. It's a better investment. The minute you get the smaller kit, you're going to want the bigger kit. That's what I tell people. Even if it means don't get caught up in just offering them a better deal. Give them the deal that's going to be best for their business. That's the arrows out mentality. Like what's better for them? Better for you is if they have $49 right now and they can hurry up and sign up. Yes, if that's all they can do and that's all they know that's ever going to be in their budget right now until they start making money, fine. But if they think that they can afford that $99, that's the kit that you want them to get. One, they have more skin in the game, like Callie said. Two, it's a better deal with better products that they can show off, try out, test out. More stuff. Like you want to get them to get that $99 kit first. And then of course the other options, I too I'm not a big lover of the $20 or $15 kit deal. And out of my 14 recruits in May, I think 9 of them, I convinced them to buy the $99 kit. It's a better deal, has better stuff. It's better for their business, and they have more to get started. Also, it looks like a business in a box. Like when you get that box, you feel like you're starting a business. When you get the $15 or $20 kit, it looks like you just got a couple little free things in the mail. Like, you know, there's something subconsciously to be said for getting a big box where you sit down and you're at your desk and you're like, I have a business now. Like that makes a big difference. So don't feel like it has to be like, oh, I don't dare to offer the $99 one. Like, let me just get them in here. Like, no, the best thing for anyone that's going to have a successful business, you can have a successful business with any of the kits if you want to, but like as far as having all of the products, as many as you can get when you first start, get them the $99 kit. I think it's my favorite kit. And I think if you start watching your numbers, you have a lot more success with the people that invest $99 into this. It seems to make a big difference for me. And if you guys get comfortable, I think it's all about getting comfortable offering that and knowing that it's a better deal, because it truly is.
Yeah, and I wouldn't assume that people can't afford it. You really don't know someone's situation, so don't assume they can't afford it. I actually had just made a payment on my credit card for $130 minimum when I joined, and I knew I had freed up just enough credit on that maxed out credit card to buy my $99 starter kit, and that was $11. So you don't know everybody's situation, and also I just want to point out the contents may vary in the starter kit. It says it in the back in fine print. It's important for you to know that, especially as long as COVID is going on. They may have to switch out some things, but it'll still be the same dollar value. So don't worry about that. You can reassure your new consultant that they're not going to gyp you on anything. They'll replace it with something. 2, it's also a great selling point for the $99 one that we all did not expect COVID to happen, but our online parties have now become our forefront of our business. And if you're going to lead your new business online parties, it's really nice to have a larger starter kit so you have more product to show. But we also have a backup plan with that as well, where it could be the host exclusive, and make sure that you talk the shooting star kit up where they earn that and purchase that. And that makes a very nice setup for a new consultant. Anybody else want to throw something else in on the $99 before we move on to the host exclusive?
I will real quick. So as I'm looking at this and I'm reading all of the contents, I'm going to take it to a food analogy. I look at it and I think of like an appetizer sampler on a menu, right? Like you really get a little bit of everything in this kit. So if you're doing, taking an order for somebody and they're ordering, you know, a couple of different types of products, or they're even spending $100, you really should be thinking to yourself, I need to offer them the opportunity, because the value that they're going to get from this, just from the kit itself, not that we are encouraging kidnapping, because we're not, but this is the best way for them to not only try all of those products, but to also make income off of it and to earn their future products at a, at a discount. Basically, we call it a rebate, and that's just fancy coding for commission on your purchases. So sometimes people don't necessarily look at it like that. So it's up to us to kind of say, you're already spending $100. You're getting a full-size warmer. You're getting a couple bars. You said you wanted to try the laundry. I know you really like the counter clean. Have you thought about doing what I do? Because you can get this $99 kit and it gets all of that plus more. So there's just another way to kind of look at it.
That's a tax write-off. Your starter kit is a tax write-off as well. Who's going to kick off this host exclusive starter kit?
Oh, I thought you were. You said, anybody else have anything before we jump in? And I was like, yes, I do. Go ahead, Heather.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the host exclusive starter kit is its own separate starter kit. It has its own ingredients, if you will, supplies in it. It is $59 or less, depending on how fabulous their party is. The more their party is, and the host credit increases, you can take that host credit and subtract it off the $59 host kit as a party. So there is a process to when you do this. You want to make sure that the lady or man, whoever's hosting, is their hostess name. And then whenever all the orders are entered, you want to type in the host cart using host credit, host exclusive. You'll see it pop up. It will add it to the cart. When you add it to the cart, it is sending an email to your person that wants to join, right? Am I saying this right? I forget.
Yes, you're good.
It's sending the email. They have 24 hours to respond from that email to fill out the instructions and the information and all of that.
It's basically like when you go through the works or you go through your PWS and you have your agreements you have to, agree to when you have your social security to enter. It's basically signing you up as a consultant to allow Scentsy to flip that party to you. That's what it is.
Now, you don't have, when they're doing that and filling out that paperwork, you don't have to give them the sales. They're just getting that starter kit. If you're flipping like Callie's talking about, you will drag that toggle where it asks you, do you want to flip this party? You will slide the toggle to yes, meaning you're giving all of those sales on the workstation to the new person joining. The PWS orders that were attached to the party normally are not moved. So they're doing it right now because of COVID. You have to call in to have them moved during the same calendar month that you're in. If you have a July party and it closes in August and there was PWS orders in July, they're not going to move those because it's a different pay period. So it's very important. I like to just get in the habit of, let's not do PWS orders. Just give me the orders if I know you're joining, because it makes it a lot easier with our phone lines being heavy, our chat, they're bogged down. So the easier we can make it for them and us. So if you know she's joining or interested in joining, collect those orders, you enter them on your workstation. Anytime I have a hostess that wants to join, I am flipping and giving her all of those orders immediately. I don't know what the rest of the ladies do. I'm assuming it's probably the exact same thing. I will always hustle and find more PRV and more hostesses, but I want to get her to her shooting star and certified and to lead and sensational start level 3 as fast as I can.
And here's why.
Go ahead, Jill.
I was just going to say, and here's why that's important too, is one, you have to remember, like, don't get attached to those sales because those are her customers. So you could keep the sales the first time around, but all in all, like, one, you're not building her confidence because now she has to start at 0. 2, those are her customers. So you're going to get that sale for 1, but now they're going to go to her every other time. Like, it's really important. I remember the first time I started getting sales and I promoted to certified in 21 days, that was a huge confidence booster to me. So if they have a party and it gets to 500 and you flip that and they're already at shooting star, and now you can say, guess what? You're halfway to your first promotion. That is huge for people to go. They say to themselves, wow, I can actually do this. So that's way more important because you get them to certified. There's better chance that they stick with it. 2, they get those, if they promote, they get those, they get the promotion points. You get incentive points. Like, it's a win-win all the way around, but it's just better for your new teammate. That's why, like, too often I see so many consultants just get so attached to the sales and they don't want to give it up, but it's going to be way better in the long run if you do.
Remember, sales are money for now. Recruiting is money for your future.
And the sooner you get them off to a great start, the better recruit and team member they're going to be. Stats prove it.
A couple of dots I want to connect on that too. Let's say you don't have a hostess. Like what Heather just explained was flipping that party to the host that you have. But let's just say that you have a $200 party order and because you collected individual orders along the way. Don't be afraid to offer that. That's a party, regardless of how many people ordered or if there's an actual host or not. It's considered a party based on the PRV value. You can then go to your VIP page or go to somebody in your potential list of 100 potential, what's the word I'm looking for? People that want to join, okay? And you can say to them, hey, I have a host exclusive starter kit available for $59. Are you interested? Or, hey, I knew that you had mentioned a while ago about joining. I wanted to let you know I have a $59 host kit. And you can do that and still give them the discounted kit and you can keep the sales. Or like Jill just said, you can still give them that if it qualifies and you've started them on their way to their first couple of awards and promotions.
And you can always like post, you can go to your VIP page, go in there and say, hey, I have a host exclusive, I have a discounted starter kit that you can go ahead and join me with. Every time you are closing out a party, always offer that to your people because you never want to let it go to waste.
I just wanted to say one more thing because y'all are covering it all. But back to that little piece of advice that we wanted to know in the beginning, don't wait for people to come to you. Okay. Cause you need to be thinking, and if they tell you no, they tell you no, whatever. But I can't tell you how many times I've kicked myself because I now have people that I didn't offer to who are now very successful consultants under someone else because someone else did ask them. So that would be on any of these kits. Don't wait to ask, and don't be afraid to ask. Even like Heather said, if you don't know everything, you don't have to know it all and have it all memorized. Because I know we're throwing like tons of information at you. And like for me, sometimes that's overwhelming. But once you go through the process, you're like, this is what was holding me back.
Right.
Seriously, get your feet wet, get in and do it. Ask somebody to hold your hand. Promise
I
you.
think that, Jamie, the host starter kit for a lot of people, including myself, is a little intimidating because it's it's got, you know, these specific steps that you have to follow. And then as soon as you do it, you're like, oh,
exactly.
it wasn't so
Exactly.
hard. So,
and it's such a great tool. We should all be taking advantage of.
And don't let fear keep you stuck where you are, you guys. Because if you never do those big, scary things, you're never going to be able to grow and expand your business. And there is a lot of opportunity just outside where you stand. So go for it.
I'm going to be the compliance police for just a second. So here's the deal. You cannot promote Earn a Kit as free. Not allowed to say those words at all. To comply with Scentsy standards, consultants must not advertise this as a way for someone to sign up for free. They would be earning their kit through the hosting process and purchasing it through host rewards, not getting a free kit. Promote the Earn a Kit option by letting customers know that when they host a party, they can earn host credits that can be used to purchase the host exclusive starter kit. Another thing, talking starter kits, one important factor also, you have to have a PWS in order for you to even sponsor a single person and do this. So if you're not enrolled in a PWS, a personal website, it is $10 every month, and it is tax deductible as well. There is
and you
also,
don't have to be tech savvy to run that website, since he does everything for you. So it's worth every penny.
if you're unsure how to enter it and using host credits, you can type in Earn a Kit. There is an FAQ document under marketing on your workstation. I'm just making sure. The host exclusive starter kit, so when you do have that process of where your host fills out the information within 24 hours, the starter kit will ship to her. It won't come to you. So just keep that in. Are expedited and shipped separately than your party. So you don't have to worry about that.
One other thing I wanted to mention, it keeps kind of coming in and out of my brain, is with the host kit, they can use the leftover rewards if it's their party. So they can kind of customize their kit, right? The $99 kit comes with a whole bunch of stuff, and that's great. It's a great value. But with the host exclusive kit, they really have the option to customize and get what they want to display for their party and their business. So I like that as an option, and make sure you point it out to them, like, hey, you know, you saw that diffuser. Let's snag that with another half off item. So
I also want to let you guys know that when someone joins your team and they purchase the starter kit, you only get one starter kit in your entire lifetime. You're not allowed to purchase another starter kit. So when somebody comes to you or you're trying to enroll them and it's saying invalid social, their social security number has to match the name on their card. So if sometimes when you get an error that doesn't work, you ask them, well, oh, do you have a different name on your social security card? That's the name you have to use, number one. Number two, if you're still getting an error, 9 times out of 10, they've been a consultant before, and that's why it's kicking them back. And so you say, have you ever been a consultant before or even kidnapped? Like, have you bought a starter kit? And if the answer is yes, then we need to call consultant support and we're reinstating, right? And so that is a third kit that we're coming in to talk about, is our reinstatement kit, which is a $59 kit. And how they purchase that is within 48 hours after they get reinstated, they can purchase the reinstatement kit, and they have to purchase it in the month that they return. Here's where it's tricky. It's July 30th. If I reinstate my account today and 48 hours from now is August, guess what? No reinstatement kit. you might be able to call and see if we can finagle something. Per month, if someone's signing up towards the end, remember the 48-hour before the kit shows up, before you order in the same month that you were here. So it is a little tricky, a little planning, but it can be done. 1 to 2 days is not going to matter. You could give a couple of supplies to them to keep them excited about it. So just keep that in mind when you are reinstating people. Oh, if they've been gone 6 months, they can choose their sponsor to come back. They can change sponsors. You cannot change sponsors ever unless you are not a consultant. You come back 6 months later, and then you can specify.
And I would like to just point out, so they have made the reinstatement process super duper easy. Now you can just like if a consultant wanted to reinstate, they could just go to workstation.scentsy.us, try and log in just as they normally would when they were a consultant. And that will then prompt them, hey, you're not a consultant. Would you like to reinstate? Or you have X amount of days before you can reinstate. And then if it's been over the time frame, like Heather had mentioned, then they can go ahead and request to join a different sponsor. I do want to point out, because I just came across this with a team member of ours recently, where they were working towards hitting like Sensational Star and not Sensational Star, one of the Shooting Star levels, and they had a reinstated consultant. Know that reinstated consultants do not qualify for promotions, for awards. They also do not have the option to earn Shooting Star or Sensational Star. I think it's still a great program to follow when launching a business, but they're not going to get the rewards of that. And that also goes back when Heather had said, you only get one starter kit ever. Use it wisely, right? Also, remember that when it comes to earning those awards and when you're sponsoring these new consultants, is that they only have one chance to get those awards. And so you really want to work with them to make sure that they have the best chance available to make that happen.
And you don't earn PRV off your starter kits. So just keep that in mind. I love to say you only earn PRV off catalog. Like if it's in this book, you'll earn PRV on it, right? In the success store and all those business materials, I love to just tell new recruits, nope, only in catalog items is what you're going to be earning commission on. Questions?
I think we've got most of them caught up.
Oh, good.
I'm working on it right now because I'm not, I got asked privately a question from Krista. She said, I'm trying to find a reinstatement kit for a consultant and couldn't find it on the workstation. Where do you search for it? Is it added? I actually
add it to a party order after 48 hours of
That's what I thought.
reinstating.
Yeah,
Yep.
you type it in your workstation on a party.
Yep.
A party or an individual order, right? It would work as an
Yes.
individual. Yes.
I believe so, yes.
I don't think I've ever done an individual order.
I saw a digital catalog somewhere. The digital catalog's actually on your PWS, actually. You can go to your PWS and there is a physical digital catalog that they click and it flips the pages, like if you're looking at it. But yes, you can order catalogs and business supplies either in the store, or if you have a qualifying party, it's what I do, I add them to a qualifying party to save on shipping. So if you're ordering catalogs or order forms, add them to that party to save on shipping.
I think she's asking why should they, if they're doing all virtual parties, why would we buy a physical?
Oh, sorry, I totally misread that.
No, that's totally fine. So my answer to that would be a couple of things. For one, and we were doing this the other day, we all like to collect a couple of catalogs every year for our Scentsy vintage box personally. But some people, regardless if we live in a digital world or not,
They love
like
a catalog.
to look at that catalog and flip it. And I'm one of them, and I absolutely love the digital catalog. I think it's genius. I have a host, actually her catalog for her virtual Facebook party went out today. Now she can see all of that online, but she still wanted a catalog. If catalogs are too expensive, because we all know that, you know, money can be tight, especially with everything we're doing right now. Please hold. Showcase brochures. This is generally was used for fundraising. And basically it's just a larger, more visually friendly to the eyes, if you know what I mean, catalog. What's missing in here, the only thing that's different in this is that there are no bundle and save packages in here. Simple enough, as I'm sure whoever you fall under has already shared the wish list for this catalog season, which includes all of the bundle and save. So you can simply print that and send this to your customers as well. I think that answers her question.
And to remember, like if they're doing online parties and all of that, that's great. You can still like watch my video from SFR or on YouTube. We can post the link. My online parties still get sent sample packets out prior to. It is a way to connect, to spoil, to get the smell under their nose. And I'm going to tell you, if I went to an online party, I'm probably not going to remember your website. But if you met me in the store or sent me something and I have a tangible thing with your website on, I'm probably more likely to revisit it. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And so keep that in mind when you are doing mailers to customers. You can even do a product list. It doesn't have to be a catalog. It's really just staying in their mind. That's why realtors love doing those little pop-by gifts. So you want to be in the forefront of their mind. So the more they see you and more touch points that you can do for your business, the more relevant and current you'll stay in their mind as well.
Another question popped up. I mean, I can take it. I feel like a Zoom hogger. Am I hogging the Zoom?
No.
Okay. I got the ball. The ball's all mine. This is from Jessie. She said, she's mentioning that we have to pay for the shooting star kit.
You do.
We do. But here's the good thing about it. Again, it's about perspective sometimes. So new consultant joins, we get her to that 500. She's halfway to certified, halfway to her first promotion. She earns that shooting star. She gets to get all of that awesome content that's in there, because let me tell you, it wasn't like that years ago. She also earns PRV on it. She gets paid on it. Now she also gets to turn on and sell all of that product if she wants. And now she's at $700. So she's only $300 away from her.
Because it's, remember, it's a $350 kit for 200. So you're actually getting a $150 reward, you know?
Right.
So you get all of that extra stuff. You can actually make money on your kit. I kept all mine. I wasn't giving it away or selling it.
We got 10 warmers back in the day. That's
Yep,
it.
10.
Nothing else. 10 warmers.
I forgot about that. 10
Yep.
warmers. That was it.
That was
So
it.
it's a great kit. I wish if I could earn the shooting star kit again, I'd be all over it. So,
Yeah.
And that's just another way to look at it.
So something I'll, because it kind of guess goes with tying into, starter kits and the process. I don't know that we will, maybe another day we'll dive into all of the awards and things that come with that after the starter kit. But I want to point out with that, since we're a little bit on the topic of, I don't know if she's still on or shutting off, but my nephew's girlfriend joined under my sister-in-law. And she was asking, she's like, is it really worth it to pay that money and get that kit, right? And I was like, here's the thing. If you can get to 800 PRV in your first month, if we could get your first parties, your first sales, whatever, if it's at 800 PRV, you purchase that shooting star kit, that gets you to certified at 200 PRV. Now you're not earning 20% back on everything for that month. You're earning 25% back on everything for that month. And so 25% of 200 in the United States is $250. That covers 100% your now this kit, and it covers part of your kit that you chose to join. And depending on how you're that team member or even you decided to join, right, it would cover part of your starter kit or all of it.
Incredible. Logan, I'm going to answer your question really quick. I had someone reinstate under me who hadn't hit certified previously, and they certified this month. Will I get points for the incentive? And in your click incentive trip at the top, there is the sheet that you can print out on how to earn points for this incentive. And at the very bottom, you'll see previously sponsored promotes to certified consultants, 250 points for each frontline consultant sponsored prior to July 1st, 2020, who promotes to certified consultant for the first time during the qualification period. So that's an extra 250 points, which is a great way, Logan, to reach out or put it on your social media. It used to be a consultant and want to come back. Put the feelers out there. You don't know if they were essential. I just had someone reinstate under me the other day that is an EC, lifetime PRV of 0, and now she has the potential to certify it as well. So you just never know.
And here's something that I wish that I would have kept track of before, which I started to now, and I've kept the doors open. You will have, once you've started, one of the biggest things, first things you should do, we used to train people to start their business page. No. Get that VIP group open, especially if you're a new consultant. You can do your launch party in what you'll turn into your VIP group. So let's say, which is probably possible for a lot of you, the best potential consultants, right, are your VIPs. Again, we have consultants that are like, oh, I don't want to lose those sales. No, your VIPs are VIPs for a reason. They just haven't bit the bullet to have the confidence or other issues to join, right? A lot of times it's just planting those seeds and building their confidence. What you don't want to do, and this is what I always say to people, worst case scenario, best case scenario, you love it and you shoot for the moon, right? Worst case scenario is you get all the goodies in that kit and you're still one of my VIPs. So you always leave that door open. What I always say is, if, you know, God forbid, if they went inactive, I always say, you know what, you're inactive, but you can still be a VIP hostess when you're ready to come back. Let's get you back into my VIP group. Let's get you rocking and rolling with a shopping link. You can still earn free and half price stuff. So you never want to burn the bridge, I guess, is kind of a good, like, you never, like, you'll have some consultants that start and then they go MIA. It's like, yeah, I can't wait. Then the box comes and they're like, holy poop, I just started a business and I have to actually talk to people. So they kind of go MIA, and then I always leave the door open. Like, don't worry about it. You're still a VIP. You know, when you're ready, let's reinstate you. Let's get you going. And if you keep that line of communication and that door open, here's what happens. Just what Heather was just talking about. They come back. They never certified. They get going. They're ready to go now. Like, there's something that happens with a reinstatement person that comes back alive the second time around. They have a little bit more confidence. They jump in the community, and all of those points for all of those people, if you leave that bridge open, like, don't feel like you have to stop talking to people because they join and kind of they go missing. You know, they're, a lot of times I find they feel guilty and bad because it, you know, they wanted to start off great, it just didn't, and things happen. No, get them back in your VIP group, open that party link for them, let them know, and like say, you know, every month I always say to my past consultants, hey, you want to reinstate again? Let's get you going. And a lot of times it's yes, and sometimes it's no. And just, you always want to plant that seed every month, whether they've been with us or they haven't been with us.
And a lot of times past consultants, this is the perfect time to reach out to them. They still love Scentsy. Every new catalog season, nobody loves Scentsy more than Scentsy consultants, right? We are obsessed with it. At one time, they had that passion. They know the excitement of a new catalog. So this is a great time to reach out to past consultants to say, hey, let's set you up a party. The other day, let's talk about scenarios really quick in our last 10 minutes of how do you discuss this? How do you bring these conversations up to people? The other day, I had a friend who was a big marketing, graphic designer, marketing person for a big department store that is no longer around. She said to me, she owes money to the IRS this year for the first time ever. And her tax person told her, you need to have a home-based business. She had already tried one thing and it failed. So she was hesitant to start another direct sales business. And so when I talked to her, I said, you know what? I could see the hesitation. So you know what I offered her? I offered her, you know what? Let's set up a party. Let me send out these sample packs to your customers. Let's put some feelers out to see who's going to respond to this fun party, because I'm going to teach you the right way to invite to where you do get results. When your party is so great, guess what's going to happen? She's going to make her decision to join with zero cost. Like, I'm setting the box perfectly in front of her, wrapped beautifully. Here's your gift. So it doesn't always have to be kit. Sometimes when you see hesitation, it's okay. Let me host a great party for you. Worst case scenario, we just get you tons of free and half price. So I'll let the girls ways of sharing the opportunity.
Dawn was unmuted. Did you want to say something, Dawn, or did you just get unmuted? I don't know. I saw her on there. If someone has to say something, just, I can unmute you or unmute yourselves.
I know we only have a few minutes left, and I know we're not necessarily talking about recruiting. It's more of the kits and things like that, and we can dive into this further in another call. But I did have a couple of packets I had put together, and I thought I would share with you guys if anybody's interested in it for a join packet. For one, if you guys have never done a recruiting packet or an opportunity packet, whatever it is you want to call it, is a really good idea to have a couple of them on hand. I happen to have, this is my larger one. I have this same exact contents in a much smaller little Mylar bag that goes in my purse with me everywhere. So the kit contents can change a little bit. You guys have to do what you can afford and what works for you. But I'll quickly show you what's in mine. So if you don't have anyone, by next Thursday, y'all can get on and show us what you did this week, right? I think that's a great idea. So in this one, this is a kit I would, or an informational packet that I would mail in the mail, not one I would necessarily carry with me because it's large. And so there's always fun stuff in it. So almost everything I send out has candy. I'm sure you've been seeing me eating my Skittles through the night because I love candy. So there's a full-size catalog in here with personalized information, and a set-a-month flyer that just fell out. So you can totally personalize it. You want to make sure that your face and your name are everywhere. Because when they think Scentsy, no matter whether it's to join, to host, to buy, whatever, you want your name to come off of their tongue. You're the very first thing that they think about when they hear the word Scentsy. So plaster this catalog, plaster everything with your image. Inside the catalog too, if you have your rub and smell stickers, it is a great idea to place them through the catalog because it gives a different experience as people are looking through this. Now keep in mind, this information that's in the, I hope you join kit, even if they don't join you guys, they're still gonna go away with some good experience, right? Because they might not join, but they're gonna like, oh, I fell in love with that windowsill breeze. I'm gonna need to buy that in my laundry, which you're gonna turn into a party, which then you're gonna put it in a neat little box, like Heather just said, with a pretty little bow, and you're gonna be like, I really don't know why you just don't join. Look at how, rewards you earn. Okay, so there's the catalog, fun little scent circle for them to try. Information that you can get from your workstation about joining, or you can create your own. And then I have created some of my own recruiting information. I'm sure if you've been around, you may have seen it. It's stuff that I've made on Canva. It's nothing special. Why you should do Scentsy, come do it with me. A picture of the kit that we talked about. My face and information. Again, same with a rack card, showing the fun that we have. My picture, my friend's pictures, everywhere you turn, you want your name and your face on it. Again, it's just the benefits of joining maybe. I'm here to help you find your place with us and some of the awards that you can mention. And then the last thing I have in there is about earning the kit. I don't want to just spew facts at people. That's not fun. Of course, the information is important and you want them to have it, but I want this to be, when I hand it to them, I want it to be kind of fun, like a little present. And that's why we have candy in it. And that's why I have a sample of, hand cream and more samples and wax samples and flyers and all of the things. And then I fill it with glitter because glitter makes everything fun. So no matter what they're thinking, they've at least got a gift and they know for sure, they're going to think of you. And I have personally had people not join, not respond for a year later. And the best one I ever got was, your catalog was on my coffee table underneath some other books. And when I found it, I thought that it was a sign, and it was a sign that I needed to join your business. I swear that happened. So again, just because you may not get a response right away doesn't mean that you haven't planted the seed in that person and that they may not come back later down the road or send someone your way. And we're almost out of time. Do you want me to show a welcome packet or save that for another day?
It doesn't matter. I got one request right here for a workshop on join kits. So in the chat, if you know of a topic just off the top of your head that you want us to cover, shoot it in the chat, or if you have any questions, it doesn't matter. Do you want her to cover the?
Really quick, just to tag on to Jody's little cutesiness. I need to update all my cute rack cards and all that, but I'm sending out all my things and I was like, I don't have anything to put in here. I'm going to make something really quick. I literally went on Canva and made this. Do you know where I got the majority of this? Straight from the join page on our PWS. I added my silly picture and my website, wrote a quick little testimonial. So like, it's not super detailed, but it's still putting something in there. And like I said, got it straight from the PWS. I printed it two-sided, cut it out, nothing fancy. But if you need something quick, don't let having like perfect little cards or whatever and place in an order. You can whip something up straight from the resource Scentsy provides right on your website. That's exactly where I went. I literally did it in less than 10 minutes. So
I wish I was that fast.
It's funny because and when we did our polls on some of our team pages, we asked you guys, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons we're starting with the kits is because people will not recruit or not flip parties or not offer Scentsy Club or the Whiff Box because you don't educate yourself about the information. And that you'll hear people say like that they don't flip the party, they don't offer it because they don't know how to do it. This is a learn as you go business. This is going to be about, Heather just told me some stuff, walk through, you pull the tab, you do whatever. Like every time I flip a party, I wouldn't know how to do it to explain it until I'm actually doing it. So this is coming from superstar directors, you guys. You just have to go like, okay, we're going to flip this party. I don't really know how to do it, but we're going to do it as we go. We're going to find out the information. Like that's how we all roll. You can't know everything, but the key to you guys feeling comfortable is knowing this information, knowing about each kit, jumping into the workstation and going, okay, like Scentsy Whiff Box and Club could be huge for my PRV. Like there's nothing better than opening your workstation and 500 or 600 PRV is rolling in there and you didn't have to do anything month to month, but you're not going to offer that unless you know about it. So you have to know about this stuff, because when you know, you're going to build confidence in the people that you're trying to recruit by saying, just like it takes you guys 3, 4, 5 times to learn something and know it, it's going to take your potential recruit to hear 3, 4, 5 times sometimes to hear, hey, you'd be really good at this. Like, you know why I joined Scentsy? Because I loved it. And you love it almost more than me. That you might not get a yes the first time around. Like some people are like, I don't know. I'm not like, this isn't my thing. I don't know. And then you say again, hey, you just spent $200. Like you would have made $50 off this. Or you know what I mean? Like it's that simple. Well, maybe. And then they start thinking about it. Hey, listen, the only thing you need to do to be successful at this business is love the products and be passionate about it. Well, maybe. So it's all about building your confidence, and knowledge is power, truly. Like you guys, the more you learn and get on these calls, the more you hear little droplets of like, oh, I didn't know that before, or oh, I can word that this way. Your confidence is going to build and you're going to feel more confident recruiting and having those recruiting conversations. So like being on, you got to show up to go up, teams that stay together, play together, like all of those sayings, cliche as they sound, are so true. I say it all the time. My first 4 years, Callie and Becca used to do a Thursday call and a Saturday call, and I never missed one. I wrote everything down, and then I would go back and highlight what I wanted to apply to my business. You don't have to apply everything, just something every single week, and that will strengthen your business and strengthen your confidence.
Before we wrap up, I'm going to just call somebody out really quick because she has implemented and influenced my business tremendously, and that's Jen Audette. She's on here now. Jen Audette, we're going to just let you just have the mic for a minute to throw anything you want about starter kits, and the importance of either how you offer it, what you do, just what do you want them to know about starter kits. And it's okay if we've already said it, because that's just reiterating the fact that it's really important, because Jen Audette is saying it. It is the Jen Audette. So
hi everybody. I'm so sorry. My son is moving to Georgia tomorrow, so we had our last night dinner all together. So I've only caught like the last 5 minutes, but it made me think of something that I would love to remind all of you of as far as joining. So the reason I joined Scentsy is because a pampered chef lady kept telling me I'd be really good at it. And I was actually, at the time, I was a little bit offended that she thought I would want to go into people's houses and do parties and cook for them, because it was mostly the cooking thing, because I don't cook, but also I was a dental hygienist and like I had a profession, and I was like, why would I want to go into somebody's house and sell stuff? But so thank God she complimented me with that, because at the time I might not have thought of it necessarily as a compliment. But of course I went home thinking, well, that's kind of nice of her that she actually told me I'd be good at this. So that's why I joined Scentsy. When I needed to do something, when I needed to make money, I knew I didn't cook, so I knew it wasn't going to be Pampered Chef, but I Googled home party businesses, and that was how I got very lucky and hit an ad that Becca Levi had placed. And so I joined. So, okay, that didn't really answer what Heather wanted me to talk about, but
no,
starter kit.
Gold.
Okay, well, and it's so true. So guys, never be afraid to tell everybody. That's one thing I try really hard. Every time I do a party, I tell the hostess why I think they would be so good, what attracts me to them, because you can find one really great thing about every single person that you come in contact with, right? Like everybody has something that you like. Everybody has some kind of a gift. Tell them. It becomes so easy that you actually, for those of you who may struggle with a little bit with being positive, it actually changes you in that you're constantly looking for things that you like about everybody, because you want to tell them what you like about them. And then it becomes a little bit of a challenge. Hey, every time I meet somebody, I'm going to tell them what I like about them. So, even doing like home shows, or, if we ever get to do craft fairs again or any of those kind of things, that's what I do. Every single person that walks by, even though it sounds kind of silly, but I just look for something I like about them. And it might be that their shirt has purple in it, or it might be that they just put off a really great vibe, and that's what I tell them. I'm like, hey, I just tell them what I like about them. So I am so thankful that that Pampered Chef lady told me that I would be good at selling something. And so as far as starter kits, I don't know. I can't even remember what the question was. Sorry.
I'm going to ask a poll then. So
Okay.
do you think you have more people pay the $99 or do the $59 host exclusive kit, or try to earn it for free what we can't advertise? Like, what do you have the most happen? Because I know you sponsor a lot of people. So which one do they go for? Host exclusive or 99?
Definitely 99. So I always present it as the $99 kit is the best kit. It is the kit that will set you up for the most success. It's an investment, but you'll get your money back. And plus, I find that people who invest in the $99 kit are, okay, now I can't come up with a better word, but are almost a little more invested. So if they invest, they're more invested, right? So I prefer the $99 kit. Another thing that I've kind of learned is, if you collect a lot of online orders, I always keep a party open on my link. You guys probably already talked about this. That says, place online orders here, please. So anytime somebody shops on my website, they always place it on that. So when it hits 500, I have $75 in credits. And so that with that party, when I get to one of those, that's when I look for somebody to maybe gift that $59 credit to. However, I have learned for me so far that I need them to have a little bit of skin in the game. So I don't like to give them the whole 59 because I want them to feel like they invested in something. I don't want to just hand them a gift, because I've had a couple times people have gotten their gift and basically blocked me or just wanted nothing to do with Scentsy when I had a long conversation with them and they were so interested. So I don't like to really give. Now, if they earn it, if they do the sales, if they have people buy $500 worth of Scentsy, that's totally different. I'm talking about my own personal credits that I'm gifting. And so that's how I present it to them. I say, sometimes I have some credits that I can gift to you if it's something that you may be interested in. I tried it, like 39 is pretty much my lowest that I offer it, because, and you guys know that you can use all your credits. You can leave $39 and use the rest of them for yourself. So it's super easy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, who is excited for these weekly calls? I mean,
Excited.
just by a show of hands, who's going to be here every Thursday holding 500 people?
Heck yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think it's a really great opportunity to help you guys quickly in the right areas that are going to help you earn this incentive. We want every single person on here earning the incentive, that we will all be in Disney together or in Colorado together or whatever. So if you will just put, before we hang up, what is one thing that you are an actionable item that you are going to do immediately and put in place after this call? If you'll just put it in the chat so we can get you to commit to that right now before we hang up. That's one thing that we're always going to ask you to do, is have an actionable item at the end of every Thursday night call, because it's not just training. You're going to act on it. We're going to hold you accountable to all of that. Wow. Join packets. That's cool.
You could even get off this and go right to the workstation and watch that Flip My Party video. I would give that, even if you know or you think you know, go watch it again, because guess what? Knowledge is power. And if you know, like if you can explain it like we've explained it to you tonight, you're able to explain it to your team members. And that's stuff that you don't want to not know and not share with your team and be like, oh, I don't know. Like, you need to know this stuff and not always be reliant on going on a team page. Like, you need to be able to help them, and you need to know how to be able to explain it so that all of your team members are knowing how to flip a kit as well.
Be resourceful. That's really important. Is when you don't know the answer, it's like you're a detective and you're going to find it, and someone's going to give you $1 million check to the first person that finds it. I treat my life like that. Like, I'm going to go find it.
And look what we're seeing. And this is why it makes me a little bit. Like, Jen will always say this too, like, and I've said this, I think last week or Tuesday when we had our call, guys, is like, everyone said party packs, join packs, this pack, that pack. And as much as it's important, like, you can make your stuff, and I'm the cutesy pootsy girl. Like, I want everything labeled, branded, whatever, all of that stuff. But again, I haven't seen one person say, go watch a training video. You're all about join packets and all of that stuff. And there isn't a join packet in the world that's going to make someone pick you over someone else. Like you need to be knowledgeable about your business, because the party packs and the welcome packs, so many of you get in your head, like, if my party pack was like hers, I would recruit more. Absolutely not. It can be a piece of felt and a sticker and a brochure from the Scentsy family store. Like, that's all it has to be. Don't get caught up in what's in these packets. Work on that later. You should be working on what you know about your business and how to train your team and how to talk to your customers.
And I'm going to say this, and this is not mean. I'm not being rude at all, you guys. And the people I know I'm saying this, they know that I'm not being mean.
Ugly.
The superstar director on this page that whoops our tush at recruiting has the ugliest packets of us all. Because she is not a creative genius. Her stuff is, no one comes to her for graphic design. Look, Jen Odette is owning it because she knows it's true.
It's so true.
It's true.
She knows
not just
basic,
about,
black and white, nothing fancy at all. And she
Last time she updated her picture.
She gets annual mentor every year.
That's why I kept seeing like join packet, welcome packet, this packet. But I learned, like, when you spend all your hours doing that stuff, when you should be having conversations, there isn't a join packet in the world that's going to make someone, me and Heather know, join me over her. Like the join and welcome packets are a plus. You should be working on them in your downtime or while you're watching Netflix. You should be having conversations. Like, everyone wants to see the join packet. And if my packet was better than hers, and if I could do this, no, it's about the conversations and building the relationships and building confidence in these team members and knowing how your business works. So everyone should be posting, I'm going to go watch a video on how to flip a party, or I'm going to go watch a video on what's in my kits, or I'm going to watch a video on what's in Sensational Start. Like, so that you know this stuff, because these packets don't mean diddly squat. They are an extra that doesn't make a difference in recruiting or joining or welcoming or any of that stuff. That's stuff that can come down the road. Learn to have conversations first.
And Dion just says join package costs money. You can actually go to your workstation right now and hit print, and you have them tonight. You could have 15 of them in your hand for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And can I add something to that? Because I will tell you that when I joined, if somebody gave me these fancy packets and told me I needed to go create that so that I could build a team, I would never have done it. I would have been like, this business is not for me, because that's not what I'm good at. Like, I'm not, unfortunately, I wish I was creative. I'm a wannabe, but that would have scared me so much. So I didn't ever think that I had to do any of that. I just had to talk to people about joining. And yes, the join packets are super important. As you guys all probably know, Becca Levi joined because somebody put a join brochure in her warmer. So anyway, I just wanted to say that you might be overwhelming people if you make it too great. It's like a party.
Did I waste everyone's time with my join packet? No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not. But
I think the point is these are extra bonuses. You know, like, this is great after you have that initial conversation. You're like, let me go ahead and stick some information in the mail for you. This is what this is for. Or I take this and I have the same exact bag, same content, minus the catalog in a 5x7, maybe, whatever, smaller pack. And as I'm out in public, if I'm having a conversation, which some of you may have known, I just invited the post office lady to join my team. I had the conversation first, made the connection first, then handed her the information, because information's boring. It's not attractive. I mean, I make it cute with glitter and candy because I like glitter and candy, but it is about making that initial connection first and then give them the information. Let them read over it. Let them know you're available to answer questions. Wait a few days if you don't hear back, and just say, hey, I was thinking of you today. Did you have a chance to look at that information? Is there anything I can answer for you?
I joined from looking at a catalog. No join packets, nothing. I strictly looked at the catalog. So don't let that. I agree with what Jen said. If someone would have told me in the beginning of my business I needed to make all this to make someone join my team, it would have overwhelmed me. Yes, it is nice to have now to be prepared, which is what we are trying to tell you, is just prepare.
Yep. And I joined not even seeing a catalog, didn't even know what Scentsy was, and hadn't had a warmer. I joined because my Aunt Sue, who I loved and trusted, said I'd be really good at selling at it. So you just never know. And I love that Jen said there was a join packet in her warmer box. So I'm going to start putting those in my warmer boxes.
That's why Becca joined, because Dorothy Thurman put a join brochure in her warmer box. You know, one other thing, if we ever get to party again, one other thing that I have a lot of conversations with team members about is if you're If your display is huge and beautiful and gorgeous and looks very expensive and perfect, then you might be scaring people at the party from wanting to join. So you need them to see what you did and have that moment of, I could do that. I could do that same thing. So everything you do in your business, you want everybody to think they can do that. So of course there are super awesome creative people who that's going to make them join. They're going to see Jody's packet, and those are the people who are going to want to join because they want to do arts and crafts and do all this. But we want people to know that you can do it anyway. There's no right way. You work it into your life. You work it into your business. I'll stop talking.
Well, I will say real quickly, because we are over the hour and I'm the time person. We did talk with a couple of us that we would maybe do, like, for whoever made it till the end, like a quick drawing of like, and give some Happy Mail away, because we love to give Happy Mail and glitter, and you might want to open it outside or whatever, right? So if you saw me going like this, it's because I was flipping through the pages and moving my mouse around to like randomly pick somebody. And so Jocelyn Lanham, if you know she's in your group, oh, she's in Jamie's group, yay! So Jamie, you can send me her address and I'll get some Happy Mail out to her. So yeah.
I love this. This is going to be fun every week. You guys, we're all going to learn a ton.
I just learned something.
I did too. Every time we talk, I
night shift, do.
And I just want to say, we had 106 people on here tonight, and there is momentum when we get together, you guys. Like, these calls are so much more fun when we're all on here together. So if you're here tonight and you're still listening, I personally want to say thank you for joining us and listening, spending an hour and 15 minutes of your life with us tonight. So thank you.
And send us your questions that you want us to open with next week. If there's a burning question you want all of us to answer, we're going to open every week with the one question. We'll all answer it, and that way you can have advice from each of us. Just make sure we have your questions, because we will come up with our own, and you probably won't like them.
Spread the word.
How is your underwear? No, I won't ask that.
Maybe you're not wearing any.
Oh, Jody.
Nothing sacred in here, girls and boys. Nothing.
All right, guys. Thanks for getting on. We'll see y'all next Thursday.
Bye.